This is me, your host, Aaron Neck. As you can see, the Aaron man and the neck, because that's all you get to see from me. So, the first things first into this video, what you need to know is this video might not have the fanciest edits ever, but the content present here is a gold mine of a content. And if you actually stick through this video entirely, you can actually make a genuine change in your life. Now, see, change cannot be like your change in life cannot be like dictated by me, but I can give you a bit of a more systemic approach to things, a more systemic, a more scientific approach to actually making progress and getting confidence than just a random fake it till you make it verbal, um, verbal aneurysm. I don't know what that means, but I just said it. Okay, so if you have been watching videos on confidence for a long time, if there's one thing that you keep hearing again and again and again, is the thing about fake it till you make it. Because you know what? It's an amazing mindset. It's amazing, but let's be honest, it's not really sustainable. Because if I fake it till I make it, like, look at me. I'm not the most beautiful woman ever, and I would say I look pretty much like an average woman in any country in general. But if I say I'm the most beautiful woman ever, or I'm the most intelligent woman ever, there's nothing wrong about it. But the thing is that people would call me Delulu, for sure. I don't know about other things, but definitely I'm going to be a Delulu person. Because at the end of the day, there's always someone who's richer, who's someone's prettier, someone's hotter than you. So how do you gain that unbreakable faith in yourself, that unbreakable, self-confidence that no matter what the situation is, no matter what kind of person you're dealing with, you don't lose your self-esteem, you don't lose that factual truth, the factual belief in yourself that you're like, you know what? Yeah, there are people who are hotter than me. Yes, there are people who are intelligent than me. There are people who are doing better than me in businesses, making more money than me. But that doesn't mean that I don't have a shine in this world. That doesn't mean that I don't have what it takes to be the best version of myself. So, at the end of the day, this is the first thing that you need to know, that if you keep saying fake it till you make it, fake it till you make it, fake it till you make it, but you're not doing what needs to be done, then it's not going to make any change in your life. Action is what you need. So, how do you gain this unbreakable self confidence, this, breaking the pattern of the self doubt? How do we start with this? So, one, beware, there is none of it. Something that you would have heard again and again and again and through, but this is actually a practical approach, more practical approach than saying fake it till you make it. If you want to be confident, then you need to be where there is none of it. You need to do things that you're uncomfortable with. You need to do things you're underconfident with, and you need to start that project you're procrastinating in. Because, honey, if you're not doing what needs to be done, if you're not putting in the work, then it's no point in watching any video. You can watch 1,000 other videos, and these still will be quote unquote LOSER. And I don't want you to be a loser. I don't want you to feel average. I don't want you to feel that way. I want you to be exceptional, because you know what? I remember reading in the book The Art of War, and Stephen Pressfield, the author, kind of explains it how we humans are capable of living two lives. One, that you're living right now, right at this moment. And the other, that you're capable of living. Think about the life that you're capable of living. If you lived every single day of your life with 100% efficiency, think about that life. Think how would that life look like at the end of the day. You would probably be very successful. You would probably have an unbreakable trust in yourself. Okay? So that's what the first thing you need to do. You have to dwell where there is none of it. And that's when you become someone who's capable of living a life that you never thought of living. Right? So, first things first. If there is an assignment, if there's a work, if there's a job, if there's something that you want to start in your life, and you're like, you've been procrastinating again and again and again, and you were like, you know what? I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to do it tomorrow. I have time. I'm going to do it tomorrow. Let me tell you one thing. The tomorrow never comes. And as you go through your life, you'll realize that one day, the day you're supposed to have the deadline of the task, you're standing right behind it. Or you're just, you know what? You will be in a space where you'll see that you're older and you could have done this thing way earlier, but you didn't do it. So you are now in a space where you're like, you know what? Full of regrets. Don't live your life full of regrets. Don't let regrets and dopamine rule your life. This is the first thing. Okay? So if you want to make a real progress, you first have to be where there is none of it. You have to be uncomfortable. And this is such an uncomfortable feeling. But let me tell you, if you really are determined to be confident, if you're really determined to change, then the first thing you need to do is take a courageous, atomic, or micro action towards what you are uncomfortable with. You have to fight against that very uncomfortable feeling and actually wither through it. Because if you don't, you're never going to grow. You're going to always be the same girl. You're going to be the same the boy who, who was always average, who average marks, average feeling, always working on the basis of what you feel, on the basis of motivation. Let me tell you something. People who are confident, they don't work on the basis of, first things first, feelings. Second, motivation. They work despite how they feel. If something needs to be done, they will make it happen. Together? And that's what I want you to know. This is the first thing ever. First, you have to be where there is none of it. Second thing, you have to take micro actions towards what you want to. Think about the type of person you want to be. First things first. If suppose let's give an example that you want to be a fitness instructor, or you just want to be. Let's think big. You want to be a powerlifter. You want to be the best powerlifter in the world. You want to be the best employee, but I don't think you should be the best employee. You know what? What you should be, you should have a business, and not a business that is like, it doesn't have to make $100 billion a year, but or every second, or have a huge market cap in general. But what you need to do is start that venture that you always wanted to, given that you want to start something and you were like dying to do it for years, but you haven't been able to do it because you're always dependent on two things. One, feelings. Second, motivation. Guess what? If you work on the basis of what you feel, you will never make a progress in your life, because sometimes you will feel very sick, sometimes you'll feel very demotivated, sometimes you'll feel very groggy, sometimes you'll feel very, not strong at all. So these moments where you're like, I'm sad, I'm not feeling good, I'm feeling anxious, so I will do it later. Honey, that's not gonna work. Successful people don't do that. Confident people don't do that. Most people who are successful are confident as well. That's what you need to do. Second, motivation comes when you put that work into action. Motivation isn't the first prerequisite to start a job, or start a work, start something in your life, or start anything, or like working out in general. Motivation is actually the result of your action. What does that mean? Every single day when I go to a gym, I don't feel motivated to go. Some days I feel very, very, muscularly weak. I feel very, very sore, but I go despite how I feel. And that's what motivation is. And every single day when I go, I come back more motivated than I am. I come back more stronger than I am, because I actually tried to break against what my mind thought I could do. I did what I didn't think I could do, and that's what real strength in life is. Okay? So first things first, fake it till you make it. Don't work if you don't do action. Second, you're capable of living two lives, but that will only come true if you actually have a system in your life. You want to be a mathematician? Think like a mathematician. Think and try to live the life of a mathematician. Think how a mathematician lives. If you want to be a powerlifter, you have to have a good diet. You have to have a good, fitness curriculum. You need to limit your foods with carbs. You need to limit this. And that's how you're supposed to write down the qualities of that person. A powerlifter who is an Olympian is also very persevere, is also very confident, is also very self-sufficient, someone who trusts in themselves despite what the problem is, even if they fail the first time. That's what you need to learn. And with this, we're going to end this video. You know what it needs to be done. And the last 2 points are obviously motivation and feelings. So Thank you so much for watching this video till end. I love you, and keep working on yourself, because you don't know how long you live. So make sure you make every single day worth it. Every single day should be your 100. You might not make it 100, but it should be your at least 30 or 40 at least. Don't worry. I'm gonna In the next video, I'm gonna actually post the system that you need to follow to be confident, to be more self-sufficient. And after that, we're going to start the video on detachment, and we're also going to dwell into atomic habits. So keep watching, and I hope you like the video. Thanks so much. I love you again.